I would also like to start this video out with a disclaimer. I am not a medical professional, so anything I recommend, I highly suggest you run it by your doctor. This is what works for me. Do your own research like I have done, okay? Okay. Hey everybody, it's your girl Sakaija. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. This channel is all about me, randomness, craziness, and fun. If you're returning, thank y'all so much. You guys have really been like riding with me for the past we're gonna be going into our 3rd year soon, and I really do freaking appreciate that. I started this channel in 2019 and y'all have been rolling with me since, so thank you so much. This video is all about vaginal care for a plus size woman. I have seen similar videos, but I thought I'd make my own because I really am just interested in stuff like this. Like, I love reproductive health conversations. I love finding out different ways that people take care of themselves, so I just thought I'd kind of list off some of my things. I don't have any of the products in hand, but this is more so advice versus a product heavy type of conversation. So let's get into it. So here are a few things that I do just to keep the punana fresh and, you know, just ready for go. Also, if you have a regimen that works for you, stick to it. Our nether regions are extremely sensitive, and if you found something that works that doesn't throw your stuff off, stick to it. If your body is saying it's time to try something new, then maybe try some of the things that I'm suggesting, but just putting all that out there, okay? All right, so here are some things that I do just to keep her fresh and to just keep my pH together. The first one, and I've done a video about this because it saved my life, is boric acid suppositories. Yes, the boric acid that kills roaches. It's random, it's wild, it's crazy. No, I'm not saying put the boric acid powder in your vagina. You will literally probably die. Please don't do that. But instead, buy the suppositories. There are so many different brands out there. I personally use Boric Life, but they have changed their formula. So when I'm done with this current bottle, I am switching to Honey Pot Co. And there are, like I said, there's so many brands, so do your own research, but most of them use 600 milligrams in a capsule of boric acid, and they're suppositories, so you do not put them in your mouth, put them in your vagina, okay? Please. I usually use boric acid if I'm having sex, so every time I have sex with my partner, I will do a suppository. No matter what, it just rebalances everything. If I am going to do, if I'm just finishing my period, so right after my period ends, that last day, I pop it in for about 2 to 3 days. If I experience any mid-cycle differences or like unfreshness, I will also use it then. I don't use it all month, and you're not supposed to use it more than 7 to 10 days in a row. So I spurse mine out in the month, but usually I use them right after my period just to rebalance everything, because your period is, I consider it a cleansing time of the month. So that's what I use. I also use Honey Pot Co. Feminine Wash. I use a 1 towel for my nether regions, and I use 1 soap. I no longer use whatever soap I use on my body on my private areas, because the older I get, I'm learning the more sensitive my vagina is. So anything new I introduce to her, she just gets mad at me. So I stick to Honey Pot Co. and I stick to her own towel. She does her own thing, boom, boom, boom. So I personally believe in feminine washes that are free of dye and fragrance. So, and usually the ones that are foamy are free of dye and fragrance. I usually use feminine washes that have apple cider vinegar in them, because those are great pH balancers. I exfoliate several times a week. I actually wash my body now with those exfoliating gloves, and I am so smooth. My skin is so smooth. I also have a very intense hydration routine morning and night, so it could be because of that as well, but I always make sure I exfoliate my outer labia and the external parts of my private areas, because I don't like ingrown hairs, and I'm trying to get rid of hyperpigmentation as much as possible. Hyperpigmentation is totally normal down there, by the way, so I'm dark skinned. A lot of black women who aren't even my complexion still struggle with hyperpigmentation between their buttocks and between their thighs and on their private area. So don't feel like you're not normal, but I usually use the glove or some type of scrub 3 to 4 times a week, and only do it based on how sensitive your skin is. Some people have very sensitive skin and they can't exfoliate that often, so listen to your body. But I do it that often because I want no ingrown hairs and I'm trying to lighten it up down there, and it's worked wonders. Like, if I could take a picture, I would. So yeah, I've also been moisturizing down there, which to me, I was afraid to put any type of lotions, creams, oils on my private areas because of ingrown hairs. I figured oil would clog those pores and I would have a bunch of bumps and blah, blah, blah. I have seen a drastic difference in my skin. I went to go get a wax and my esthetician said my skin is really dry between my legs. And she said, if I don't start moisturizing down there, that skin will age so much faster than the rest of my skin and it'll be wrinkly between my legs. And I said, it's an L for me, dog. It's an O for me. So I've been using bio oil down there because it's a very mild oil and it's supposed to lighten stretch marks. So I figure if it's supposed to lighten stretch marks, it can lighten the hyperpigmentation, and I haven't had any issues. The key though is making sure you take some type of shower or bath cleaning yourself at least once a day. I personally shower twice a day. It's my thing. To rinse that stuff off and exfoliating all of that oil out. You do not want it sitting for days. I would say like just get rid of it. So when people say they don't wash their legs, I'm like, girl, don't you wear lotion and creams? Like, you just go to bed or just rinse. Ew, that's my thing. So just make sure you're washing that area thoroughly so no bacteria or dirt buildup gets into your pores and you have all these painful bumps in between your legs. I just got rid of an ingrown hair between my legs and it was horrible, and it's because I skipped exfoliating like 2 days last week. So I'm very in tune with my body. Speaking of showers, please shower. Baths are great. Baths every day aren't the greatest because it's warm. They're warm and you don't want to sit in that all the time because it can throw off your pH, okay? Also, if you're gonna take a bath, take a shower after you drain the bath water. Just rinse off whatever you were sitting in. Baths sometimes aren't the cleanest, okay? So I take 2 showers a day. I personally take a shower in the morning and at night because I like to feel fresh. I personally do not get in my sheets. It doesn't matter how drunk I am, how tired I am, how whatever I am. I don't get on my night sheet with dirty body, period. I also take a shower in the morning because I do sometimes discharge overnight, whether I use a boric acid suppository, whether I'm on my period or just sweating. I sweat a lot in my sleep because I'm just a hot body temperature person. So please, like, don't necessarily take my advice on this, but I just like feeling clean. So, and when it's summertime, sweetie, I be taking 3-4 showers. I just like to feel clean, and being bigger comes with a stigma that we aren't clean or we smell or whatever. So honey, every time you pass Akaija, she's absolutely gonna be smelling on her P's and Q's. She's gonna be perfumed down, okay? If we wanna get it in the middle of the day, she's going to be fresh all the time, period. So those are some of the quick things that I do to keep my punana fresh and ready on go, because you never know, you're gonna have a little moment. And I am making this video because I don't want people grew up different than me. My mom was very open with vaginal care. My grandma was very open about vaginal care, but not all people had people in their lives to teach them. So yeah, we might be grown, but some people are truly learning how to live life on YouTube. So if you come across this video and you find it helpful, please let me know. Please give it a thumbs up. I want to do more sexual and reproductive health for my ladies because this is something that I'm really interested in, and I'm hoping to do more partnerships with companies, brands, and organizations that like to talk about sexual health and destigmatizing a lot of things like yeast infections, STDs, STIs, because it's life. Like, this shit is life and there's no manual to it. So the more you know, the more you know. I do a lot of research on this stuff. Like I said, I'm not a medical professional, but if I find things that work for me, I'm always going to share them out for you guys. I'm hoping to get more back into trying to conceive content, I know that my audience is going to drastically drop off when I switch to that content. So I may make a separate channel about that, because I'm thinking about tracking my fertility again and things like that, because you know, things is happening. Things are happening at home, y'all. They're happening at home. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and please, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Visit my Shop Sakaija merch store, sakaija.com, and follow me on all social media platforms. I know I'm random and I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my life, but come on for this ride. She's here. All right, y'all, I love you so much and have a great day. Bye.